Is there nothing you can do? I mean, I can return to Distraint 2 and look for the last trophy. If someone can be so nice and look at the last trophy and maybe give me a hint. Or tell me if it helps at all. Because the thing is with this game, I played through it I think 3 times already. And the last time I think I ran out of every idea that I had. I tried different ideas and nothing really worked. There's like one more idea, maybe, only catching one fish. But I really don't know what that last trophy could be, and I feel like I would play through the game the exact same way again and again. Would you mind to slowly scroll down? Sure. We have these ones. Out of my way, catch of the century, failure. I think those are the optional ones, and then reading backwards, we have the story ones. The epilogue, chapter 3, machine that goes ping, chapter 2, beer, chapter 1, editor, sabotage, fix stuff, prologue, and break stuff. Which is kind of nice how it starts with breaking, I think, the shower, yes, and then fixing the fence. Interesting that breaking is a gold but fixing is only a silver. Is that some subtle commentary on life and people's behavior? And again, I think this trophy that I'm missing is a lot like the one I missed in the first game. So something that is not difficult to do, because in rarity it's rather close to the other ones. It's only that I have no idea what it might be. A commentary on life in this economy? I mean, in this economy, the only thing pretty much you can do is to comment on things. So, why this is tricky, in my opinion, is because it could be something like not dying or dying too many times, or speedrunning or something like that. According to the guide, it's connected to the light bulb. Okay. The light bulb is in the house. In the old family house. So I would need to get that far in the game first of all. So let's change the category to Distraint 2. Change the tag to Distraint 2, chapter 2. Well, we have to get that far. It's tricky in a way to figure out the trophies here. I think even trickier than in the first game, because there we had... Oops. Got something on my face. We had a larger sample pool, to call it. So I think in that game around half of the trophies or even more were optional. So if you got a few, you could start to see a kind of pattern and figure out like, okay, this is how this game thinks. In this one, we have 4 optional trophies. 3 of them I have. And they have like no system to them whatsoever. Me is checking multiple guides for it to avoid a mistake like last time. That's fine. I can look at that area, and well, if it's with the light bulb, it's a good question. I guess it's something special with the light bulb, but it's like, I think I use the light bulb in every single lamp. I think I even took the light bulb with myself. I'm pretty sure I put it on the stone. So I'm not sure what it could be, but let's see what it can be. What to call this stream? A light bulb. Well, let's call it Electrifying, because that's pretty much the only thing that I didn't do. Get shocked by the light bulb. And I mean, it would be rather shocking if I got the trophy as well. What a pun. I know. Let's see, is this right? Yes, it is. Well, start the game and see what we have. Finding the last light. I think that would be more fitting to the second Metro game. Well, because it's actually called Metro Last Light. That's another series that I would need to get into. It's a rather long one. It's a trilogy, so I'm not even sure how much time it would take to get through all of it. Yes, let's make it English. Yes, I am overwriting everything and pretty much speedrunning my way to where I need to be. There is no skipping this part, so enjoy remembering all that happened in the first game. And actually I heard that the developer is thinking about making a third game, Distraint 3. Now, it's not confirmed, it's just, I think, a kind of tech demo and a concept at this point, but if it ever gets so far as a demo or maybe a full release, then I will certainly be happy to take a look at it and see how Price's adventure continues. Prologue, yes, we know that. Don't worry, Price, we will get through the prologue in no time. Oh, welcome in, Mr. Tinhead. Not ugly, not at all. Oh, it's a rose. How nice. You were really close to it by taking the light bulb. I think I lost the light bulb after that part, but we can check. How are you doing, Mr. Tinhead? Planning on murdering more innocent survivors? I remember once upon a time you said you would always leave at least one alive. And look at you now, murdering them left and right. And also in the middle. I'm doing quite well, and yes! Yes. Aha, I still spare one most of the time. Huh. Most of the time, I see. Maybe I just always join at the wrong time. I'm doing a no loadout run right now. No perks or add-ons. Oh, okay. That's quite something. Funny enough, most of the time when I played, I didn't use items. I didn't use add-ons, other than for the Mori trophies. And if I had a really specific trophy in mind, I might have used add-ons to make it a bit easier, but other than that, I didn't use too many of those. Without saying too much, play normally until you have the plushie. The plushie is also in the house. Oh, would you look at that? It's a ring. Well, it is missing a ring. But back to Dead by Daylight, I remember that every killer has a special sort of trophy for, I think, winning with their unique free perks. And I was really surprised by how rare those trophies were. I'm not sure why. I guess either most players don't use perks that much, or they use the perks of all different kind of killers kind of mixed together and don't try to use the original free perks, which I can understand, because most of the time almost everyone mixes perks. Yeah, what I did most of the time, at least, was either use the base ones because trophies, or if I mix them, I used the skill of the hillbilly, which made the killer immune to flashlights. That was the one thing that I pretty much always used, because I hated people with flashlights, and every time they tried to blind me, I would go after them and surprise them that I wouldn't go down because of their little flashlight tricks. I think that's a great idea, playing without add-ons. It forces you to get good with the killer as is. Yes. Well, to those who might not know Mr. Tinhead, he plays a lot of Dead by Daylight as Pyramid Head. I know, shocking. and he is extremely good at it. I've seen him down plenty of players with some really interesting attacks through all kinds of barricades. So I certainly wouldn't want to be playing against him. That wouldn't be much fun. I would be just hiding in a corner somewhere, I'm pretty sure. You're too kind. Well, you're just really good at the game. It's Price. It is indeed Price. I have to replay the beginning of the game, apparently, to get the last trophy, which is somewhere in the old family house. Again, you mean? Oh yes, again. Again, for the 4th time, definitely, yes. I mean, most of the time, I have to play through games many times to get all of the trophies, so it's nothing new. Have you stream on lower volume and listen should you mention me for hints? Oh, don't worry about it, you already helped me more than enough. Just knowing where I have to look is a lot of help. Because again, it's a balancing act. Most of the time I don't like any kind of hints with games and trophies, but if I play through something 2-3 times and I'm completely out of ideas, I like to at least know what kind of challenge I am facing. And also, it depends on which game I'm playing. With the Resident Evil games, I really go all out, and I rather give the games a break than look up the solutions, because it's more fun that way, in my opinion. It's a bigger victory or sense of success, in my opinion. Okay, I came here, and why the heck did I came here? You asked if someone is kind enough. You have no clue how fast I looked for the hands. Okay, why the heck did I come here? It's a great question. Well, oh right, I got the ice cube. The ice cube was melted. I entered here. I love that I'm replaying something and I'm not really following along the story or the puzzles that much, because I kind of know what I'm doing, but I also kind of have no clue what I'm doing. And every now and then I skip a step, and I'm just walking around aimlessly, trying to figure out, like, what did I miss this time around? Okay, I examined the fire. Okay, I looked at this. There is a piece missing. You don't say. Okay. Now can I get that missing piece? If you'd be ever so nice. I know that it's here, I just don't know what triggers it. Oh, I have to walk into the darkness. Yes, Greed, I know. That's fine, yes. You can tempt me, but here comes reason. Rather slowly. Don't worry. He'll get here. I mean, he's already here. You love darkness. The only problem with darkness is that if the game is way too dark, it's not only difficult for me to see what I'm doing, but for the viewers to figure out what I'm trying to accomplish. Even though most of the time I don't change the settings in games. With Resident Evil 3, someone actually suggested to turn the gamma up a bit so I could see the Charlie dolls a bit better, but I realized that you can hear them, so I decided to go with that solution instead and just listen carefully. But one game where I actually had to do the gamma trick was Amnesia. Amnesia was so dark that it was pretty much impossible to see what was happening. Maybe you should take a light with you in the darkness. Yeah, if only I had one. If only I had one in the game. I do have one. I have my lantern. Okay. We did this. Warmth and coldness, yes. But wait, where do I even have to go this time? Well, let's save, whatever. I love that in both games I tried out the no saving thing, or at least I thought about it, but it wasn't a trophy after all. I mean, that kind of just shows that the developer didn't want to make the trophies extremely difficult. Okay, I'm kind of done here. Can we move on? No, we can't. I see. I know that the fire went out, and that's terrible and all that, but I'd like to move on now. I still have my rusty pipe, if anyone is curious. Why are you pushing that? Oh, so where do I have to hide? Oh, right, there is no hiding here. Stop running backwards! I'm not going that way, I'm going to the right. Stay away! Okay. We got through the prologue. Chapter 1! Yes, yes, yes. Yes, don't worry, you are confused, that's fine. Okay, we can check this. Contracts with people, yes. Save point. Nothing this way, so we have to move backwards. It is rather clever how the layout changes. It almost seemed like someone or something was moving there. Maybe something in the background. That's fine. Yes, yes, yes. What? Oh, right. Phone is ringing. Hello. Your text is written in red, so that probably means you are evil. Good talk. Nah, moving on. Apparently not where I had to go. To the left, to the left, to the left. This would be an interesting game to speedrun in a way, because it's simpler in the gameplay, in the controls, and if you knew the exact sequence of things you have to do, you could get really close to a perfect playthrough. I'm pretty sure someone already got there. Run, Price, run! Right, you don't want to steal the tools, not until you are asked to fix the fence by a lovely lady, because in that moment you throw away all your reasoning and you steal all of the tools just to fix the fence. Perfectly reasonable and lifelike, by the way. Nah, let's go. Yes, fix the fence. Cut the planks. Put the plank where it has to go. Yes, you're fixing the fence. Hammer and nails. Yes. Getting hammered and nailing someone. That's what you are hoping for, Price, isn't it? And there comes Reason and tells you your plan is garbage. Ha ha! Stood right in the perfect spot. Hum hum indeed. And let's not forget to hydrate in the meantime. It's like those Steam games that are advertised with the ability that you can play them one-handed and obviously drink at the same time, because what else would you do? Yes, Price, you are still confused, don't worry. I am too most of the time, because I forgot what to do. I'm not battling you. Put your Pokeballs back. Also, you are bolding. Exactly one-handed to hydrate, yes. I actually saw a video game advertisement for some game with questionable quality on YouTube that had a terrible AI generated character tell me that this game is great because you can play it with one hand and drink at the same time, which is obviously the best selling point ever. Yes, yes, I just need the puzzle. I really don't care about the conflict. Give me the puzzle, thank you very much. Have a great day. Here's your puzzle. Solve it. Because if I can make a situation in which you can pretend to be smart, I can just sneak into your room without a problem. Alright. Wait for it. 649. We already knew that. You do not need a suit. And stop with that Metal Gear Solid Pokemon exclamation mark. Stop it. Good. Could you move any quicker, please? Good. That was awkward, slightly. 649, great. Got your little cheating device. Sabotaged. Perfect. Moving on. What? Stop with that. Wait, I just realized the entire thing with the film editing is also before that chapter then. Ooh, that will be long. Okay, let's get a move on. The deed is done and today his luck will change. Indeed. Indeed it will. Okay. Are you done? No, he's focused. Alright, I have to go in here and go back into the past. I had one idea here to try to leave the nightmare right away, but I got the excuse of it's too dark in there. And so you have to go through all of this nonsense and call his mother. Who apparently can turn on the lights, but we couldn't. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Curious, what could I do with a light bulb? Well, we'll figure it out. Was that door always boarded up? That one apparently yes, but not this one. Or is that a window? No, this is a door. Huh. Strange, I have to say. Well, are we done? No! Wrong button. Are you done finally? Great. You're done. Lovely. Thank you so much. You are a freaking genius and all that. Nothing. Oh, not you. Sorry. Here's your puzzle. Yes, I have no clue what the solution is because I didn't even bother to read the puzzle, so don't ask me. Also, one interesting part of this game is that we are told that whoever wins the game, this card game, gets to go through the door for a limited time and try to solve the puzzle, and that this guy who's cheating has won multiple times and still couldn't figure out how to solve the puzzle. Which, you know, could be reasonable if it was a really complex puzzle or something like that. But to be perfectly honest, it's really not that. So, I guess there's only one way to deal with cheaters, and that is murder. Yes. Stab. Stab some more. With your steely knives. And what a perfect timing. Schmoozer giving a hug to everyone. Yeah, right, when a murder is happening. I mean, you have to balance out things. Alright, next thing we have to do. Excuse me? Why is it so important that the sofa disappears? Why is it that everything I sit on just magically disappears? Chairs, sofas, benches, everything. Nah. Nothing here. Magic. Oh, magic. That's dangerous. It's rather dark in here. What is that? And my nose is all itchy all of a sudden. Probably all of the dust. Let's see. What do we have here? Nothing. Yeah, insert a plug. That's fine. Yeah, cutting the movie, that's also fine. Ah. I did have an idea here. But it did not work when I tried it. Not checking the solution for this puzzle and still getting the film cut in the right way. But that didn't work, unfortunately. Oh, welcome in, Elior. And welcome in, Elior's finger. I hope you two are ready to be separated. Let's see. Crunchy? Nice. I needed a snack. Thank you. Now I need to get the lens for this. And I can get the lens if I do this, which I'm still confused about what the heck this is supposed to be. Yes, 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 I know. Would you like a movie? No? Okay. Then let's just not drink. Comfort, yes. And look at that stylish mustache you have. Really? The entire bottle? Not even a glass or anything? I was, you know, expecting something a bit more fancy, but whatever. I don't think you should put the broken bottle bottom into, well, your bottom. More specifically, your pants, hopefully. Okay, put this here. Who would have thought? The whiskey bottle bottom works as a lens. Yeah, it's a bit blurry. So indeed I can play whatever I want here. But there is no point of that. We have to get the right order. Which I may or may not have forgotten. So let's see. I know the last one was the doors. Let's look at it like that. Also, we can also check the TV like this. We don't have to look at them. Oh, nice, indeed. Thank you for the hug. So you can even watch the TV without actually interacting with it, and it plays the same video. So if you know what you're looking for, you can see the solution. The grandfather clock is first. That's the chair. Those are the doors. I'm not sure about where the rocket goes, but we'll see. Oh, welcome in, Zeph. And welcome in, Brick. How are you two doing? Let's see if I got this right. Apparently no. Okay, let's try this again. Does the boop not work? The boop? Of course the boop works. What do you mean the boop is not working? Rebozo. No. The boop is definitely working. Absolutely working. It's only that my nose can only take so much. There is a bit of a cooldown for my nose. All the friction is hitting it up. Ouch! And there it goes. Yeah, because one hand wasn't enough. And here we are in the theater of agony. But we're just skipping through this. Oh, look at all the happy elephants. Yes, you have really nice teeth and all. No, I need to muss your hair at least once. Ah, I see. Is that some kind of a rule? A requirement? I still like this transition quite a lot. Even though it's only used, I think, once in the entire game. Okay, enough with the booping. That's too much booping for the time being. That's kind of nice. Yes, open our eyes. I don't know if blood's supposed to come out of your eyes. Well, you see... have you recently looked at how you look in Dead by Daylight? Because I'm pretty sure your skin is supposed to be on your torso and not hanging around your waist. So, who are we to judge about fashion? Oh, Zep with the free stream streak. I judge. Of course you do. But you are no judge. You said it yourself, you don't care about the law. So you cannot be a judge. And as such, you cannot judge. Even though now that I think about it, guilty, as charged, definitely. Now that I think about it, it's interesting that most of the times, if you want to create a word, a noun more specifically, that means someone who does a certain act, then you take the verb and you add ER to the end of it, or just an R, depending on how the verb ends. But a judge is called a judge and not a judger. Strange. Though on that same logic, or following that same logic, I actually learned something rather interesting recently, because I was looking through my Throne gifts. I posted about them on my Discord server, and I made a little table with all the titles and the people who gifted them. And on Throne, you have a similar table, and the column listing the names of the people you received the gifts from is called gifter. And that's a perfectly reasonable word, right? A gift is what you give. The gifter is the person gifting, right? Not to mention that gift is also a verb. And so I thought, well, I will use that. Right, let's use gifter. But I looked it up, and apparently gifter is not a real word. It's not in any dictionary for some odd reason. There is no word for a person that gives gifts. Or gives gifts. I don't know why. It has one meaning in slang that you do not want to look up. But other than that, in theory it's not an existing word. Now this is something I actually wanted to try out, getting only one fish, because the first time you are stopped by the dog, when the doggo barks, you have to fish. That's kind of the tutorial. Later on the dog will bark again, and you might assume that you have to fish again, but you are not required to. You can obviously fish more to get the trophy, but last time around I tried to miss or skip the second fishing and fish in a different spot. I was curious if I could do that, and I returned home with 2 fish, and so I thought, what happens if I only take 1? Since the character, and actually he said it here, he says on the phone that he already caught plenty of fish. But in this case I only caught 1, and apparently nothing changed. Which makes sense because I already got a trophy for catching 5, so makes perfect sense. Okay, let me guess. The sofa disappears? No? Wow. What a change. Innocent? Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Zeph? Because then I have to agree with the rats. Okay, so how was this again? I kind of figured out how to do this in the quickest way possible the last time around. Did I mess it up? I think I did. Oh yes, you have to go like so. I even replayed this puzzle once to figure out and try to solve it with the or in the fewest possible moves, which I kind of just stumbled upon the solution when I was playing through the game. I think the third time or something, but no, that wasn't it either. The sentence wasn't finished, clearly. Probably ain't guilty. Sure, said the one with the bricks. I mean, just because you had bricks doesn't mean that you are guilty of anything. Even though there were some evil bricks in history. At least I remember one such story. I'm not sure if evil was the exact word that they used there, however. Okay, get this building block set. 6, 4, 9. So for example, in this case, we couldn't skip this part with the memory because the character actually had to know the solution. And that's something I mentioned before, that sometimes you can skip certain sequences by knowing the solution. Here, that would not work, because even if you knew the code, which I did, it's 649, all of the codes in the game are 649. The character has to know it, and the character only knows it if you go through that dream or memory and then return and then open the safe and then put the part here and the door opens and somehow that unlocked the door. Gotta love the logic. And here we are in the house. And we can save. Now, speaking of bricks, I finished the Lego Velociraptor 2 days ago and stepped on a Lego some minutes ago. But that's rather odd, because if you finished the set, then how did a stray piece find its way onto your floor? Except if you missed a piece, or perhaps there was an additional piece. Said the one with knives in the kitchen. Spare parts, that explains it, yes. Those always can be fun. Said the one with knives in the kitchen. That's a good counter argument right there. Knives are rather dangerous. Now, let's see. We have to do something with a light bulb, apparently. No, this I think is a toilet. The toilet looks like it has two eyes and a straight mouth there. Probably nothing, right? Okay, so where's the light bulb? The light bulb was in a room. That much I know. I know it's not much. Okay. Where the heck am I? Oh, this is the main area. Okay. Knives in kitchen are boring. I have some in my bedroom. Because you never know when you want to peel an apple, for example, right? What if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, I really want to peel a banana. With a knife. It's perfectly reasonable, right? Okay, so we have a light bulb. We found the light bulb. I can place the light bulb back. That didn't do anything. Or you never know if you want to open a package. Look, I actually posted about this once on Blue Sky. But I really do not understand why people who record videos of unboxing all kinds of items, no matter what, big or small, they need to do it with ginormous knives. I just do not get it. Especially when they are opening something like a physical edition console game that not only has a thin shrink wrap on it, but they literally include a little tab on it that you can pull and just rip it off. But they have to use these ginormous... I don't even know what they are. I wouldn't say knives. They are like a kukri or something. And they go and they are like, I have to show this off in my video. Which, on one hand, I don't like, because I wouldn't want the game or whatever product they are opening to get scratched over by some oversized knife. And second of all, I'm watching it for the product and not for the knife. We talked about it. They have no skill to use the bigger knives. I'm not sure why they are doing it. It's one of my pet peeves, I guess, that I don't understand why huge knives became this thing for people. And I understand if it's for collecting, because people like to collect all kinds of things. My problem is when people try to make some nonsensical excuse why they need so many knives. It's like, I had to buy my 79th knife because who knows if I will need it. And I'm like, you have a knife in every room of your house, in every pair of pants you own, in your car, and 2 boxes full. No, you don't need it for any reasonable reasons. You need it because you are collecting them. Now stop making excuses. It's lovely when they do that. Now, Let's see what we can do here. I have to use this light bulb in every possible way. I'm really curious what this will be. If this will be something that I just totally randomly missed, and I will start questioning how I did it, or if it's really something super special. Okay, so it's not putting it back here, I guess. It could be that you have to place it back where it was. Stop it. So first of all, we have to get the fuse. Comfort! Oi! Try to think positive! Maybe you could forge new happy memories! And that's it, that was really comforting, thank you. That was a really cheap pep talk, you know? So I'm pretty sure that I tried placing every single item I could think of on this, and that's not it. So it's not that. You can't use the light bulb on the fence or the gate. What a surprise. I don't know how, but this developer always comes up with at least one trophy that I cannot figure out. But that's fine. I will have to go that way later on, but not now. Now I have to find whatever room I have to find. I know the next thing I need to find is the fuse. I just have no clue where it is. I think it's here. Okay, I have to put this here to push this. Oh, Alice! Thank you for subscribing. You've been subscribed to my channel for 10 months. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. How are you doing today? Can I take this into the big darkness? I can. Okay. I cannot use the bulb here. Oh, this lovely thing. I remember this. Okay, we are turning these around. Funny enough, I also tried to do this in the least possible moves, or fewest possible moves. And I didn't get anything. I guess I'm thinking too much like the Resident Evil games do. And that's my problem, that this is not a Resident Evil game. Now, we still have the light bulb and we have the pendulum. What can I do with them? No idea. That's some nice wallpaper, I have to say. I'm not sure why using wallpapers went out of fashion. I guess they are a bit tricky to glue up. So this will be where the other door appears. Okay. Use the bulb here. I can't. What a surprise. Here you go. I have to go a bit to the side for it to start working. I remember that much. There's the extra door. You know what I like, and kind of what Price poked fun of, is how these puzzles work. The funny part is that this game is set in a kind of dream realm, and that explains why these magical, sometimes rather illogical things happen. But in many games, these kind of puzzles and ways to open up new areas or doors or whatever, they are present, and it's not like they really explain it any better why there are these really complex mechanics built into the buildings. Okay, so we are here, and here's your light bulb. And here's the fuse. Now, interestingly, even though we took the fuse out, we still have electricity. Oh, great, come on, get lost. Do you want a light bulb? Do you want a fuse? Do you want to just, you know, leave? You know, I really do not care about you right around now. I have a trophy that I have to find. Like, it's okay, thank you. Nada. Yes, I know. It's kind of weird that these guys appear to block the doors. It could have made a bit more sense to just have the doors locked when you try to open them, but this is more visually striking. It's rather obvious that you can go that way, and so you don't get killed by the creature. Now, thank you for the hydrate. Okay. Now I have to go to back here, I'm assuming, because they are standing in every other doorway. You gone? Okay, you're gone. That means we can save, not here, but here. Save the game, yes, that's what we did. Now, I have the light bulb, I have the fuse. What can I do with these objects? Well, I need to put the fuse here. This is the last place where I really use the light bulb. This is where I use the fuse, which opens this. Now I can actually take the light bulb here. I tried that before, and I can still go up. I cannot use the light bulb in this lamp. Can I use it on the memory? No, that would be silly, right? Okay, so I have to go through this. Now here I don't have any item. Okay, so I have to get the teddy bear. Put the teddy bear in our pants because that's how it normally goes. Take the elephant. Put the elephant in our pants because oh my goodness. Kid. Okay, and now we put the elephant here. Are you alright there? Also, this is a really dusty place. Look at that dust cloud appearing in our wake. Yes, I picked everything. Ah, kid, don't worry. Don't worry, he's gone. He's old and cynical now. Okay. So I have still my light bulb. Fair enough. I still do have my light bulb. Old and cynical? I still have the light bulb, yes. Why are you describing me? You are not old. It's one of those things that really fascinates me. Uraite, ever since I found his channel and watched his streams, he's been saying that he is old. But at the same time, his language uses some of the slang used by the youths that I don't even understand. Literally, there are times when Uraite says something and I'm just sitting there being like, I have no clue what this generation is talking about. Like, come on. How old do you think I am? Not at all. Now keep your eyes open and don't let the darkness confuse you. Okay, that's not ominous at all. Well, I can use the light bulb here. That doesn't make much sense. Okay, I can't use the light bulb in any of these lights, apparently. Ominous or hint, or nothing at all. I would guess it's a hint, but just knowing that I have to do something with the light bulb is much more than enough to figure out the trophy. I can't use the light bulb here. What a surprise. Alrighty, well, we'll see what this is. Okay. We found the elephant. And the elephant still fits in our pants. Some things don't change. Now, what the heck do I have to do now? Now the thing is, normally we have to go through the kitchen, called I Need Comfort. Interesting. We have to go out this door and place the elephant here, which I will not do. I will try to use the bulb. Or the elephant. Or both, I'm not sure. Now it could be that I have to go further. I know that in that underground area where we go to. You might keep your items because that is in the same sequence of events and we don't get teleported anywhere. But honestly, I'm not sure about it. But I mean, I can come back here. Use the light bulb here on this side. Mrs. Naughty. Okay. I can't put them in the safe. Nothing there. What a surprise. Okay. Okay, I see how this is. No, I don't. Again, we really have just a few options. We cannot hide with them. Let's look at all the rooms. Maybe we find something. But there is this room. Cannot interact with this fuse box anymore. So this is pretty pointless. Can I use the elephant? I cannot use the elephant with the lamps. I know. No one expected to hear that. Not today. Can't do anything here either. There's nothing here. We found the elephant in the toilet and the bathroom. Now what if we bring the elephant up here? Then we can go back or do nothing. Those look like children's drawings, and that's why I would think maybe turn on this light, but that's not it. That's not what we have to do. Okay, what other area do we have? 4 ways. Great name for it. But the light bulb could be used obviously to light up a place. So maybe what I have to do is keep the light bulb equipped and go to some dark spot. Like hide and then equip it? No, I can't do that. Okay. I can't interact with the vault anymore, or the safe. Okay, maybe go into the darkness. No, the lamp is not lamping here. Okay, that's fine. Go all the way. It could be something like getting an idea. Because I had that thought actually, that in cartoons and such, there is this trope that a little light bulb appears above the head of the character. So it could be that. But I'm not sure what I would need to do, because actually the light bulb appears above the head of Price, much like how in those cartoons it is shown. But these lamps cannot be interacted with. It's not easy. There's nothing here. Or is there? Nothing here. At least I think. What's this room? This is where I took the lamp from, the light bulb from. And I had this idea before, that somewhere you would need to walk into the darkness. And that would be logical. However, maybe it's specifically in an area where you have this light bulb. I mean, let's see. Can I go over this? Yes, I can. What's here? A big fat nothing. What if I use the bulb? Nothing. I mean, I can't use the bulb. I can only equip it or choose it from my inventory. But let's see how far we can actually keep the bulb. How far can we go with it, and maybe learn something from that. I still have the bulb. I can enter here. This is the cafe. I still have the bulb. I can go this way, I mean. Oh! How would you look at that? That's clever, because you would always go to the right. Light error. Would you look at that? Magdade, Britain, and more. That was cleverly hidden. And it's interesting how I never tried to go to the left. Again, it's so obvious that you go to the right. You did a great job. I wouldn't say that. This could have been something I found. And even without the light bulb, if you find this, you obviously realize you need something, you're missing some item here, and then you can replay. But for some odd reason I never thought to go to the left, even though that is the rule of limbo. Always go the opposite way. The game tells you to go, or implies to. But that was interesting, and a nice little reference to the first game, these three gentlemen. Yeah, you walk a lot in the dark parts, but kind of skipped in there. Yes, and that's interesting. That's interesting. Again, how I checked in pretty much every dark spot except for this. And I guess it was because this, unlike most of the other areas, is behind a staircase. Bringing up the Little Nightmares rule of always check beneath the staircases. I guess I should have used the two rules together. But I somehow overlooked this area, but I feel like that it wasn't randomly placed here. It was rather deliberate from the developer. It was rather cleverly planned that this secret is exactly here, and it's clever because it takes your attention away from this side of the screen, because there you have the staircase, and you kind of assume, incorrectly so, that, well, if you go to the left you just go up the staircase, but no you don't. And that's clever, that's nice game design, definitely. And it's a bit like how Resident Evil 3 tricked me with the last Charlie doll, because there you are in a way teleported a bit forwards to hide an area because it is skipped and you have to go back. Here it's a bit similar because, well, it's not necessarily getting teleported, but it's still right after a transition from one area to the next. And somehow that tricked me. I'm not sure how, because whenever I entered an area I always looked both ways, but here again it was just created to look so one-sided. I'm not sure if that's even a word or an understandable phrase, but it's clever. It shows the knowledge and experience of the developer when it comes to game design. No, Dreadist's weakness is to check behind staircases. Well, after Little Nightmares 2 I learned from that. Examine! That wasn't examining it. You're staying there. You're not staying there? Okay, apparently I have to pick this thing up. But it's funny that I got this idea from the get-go, that you have to walk into the darkness. And here it is, the one area that I didn't check. Because I'm pretty sure that I even walked all the way here and tried this side and found nothing. But again, that's the thing, and that's why it's tricky to balance these trophy hunts. If you are missing something, in many cases it can help if you give the game a break, return to it later on, and kind of forget about all the things that you checked. Because I ruled out checking in the dark spots because I already checked all of them. But apparently I didn't, because obviously I was missing a trophy, and so you can restart like you haven't checked anything, but it leads to really long playthroughs and a lot of repetition, because you already did 99.9% of all this, and you missed the 1%, which is obviously the thing that is missing. And that's what I did with Resident Evil, because with that game, I didn't want to spoil it. Even though I played through it 6 times and I couldn't find the notes, I couldn't find the collectibles, and I was like, what the heck can it be? What am I possibly missing? But I said, well, whatever it is, I'm not finding it now. Let's give it a rest, because I played through it way too many times and it's also getting boring to watch. And then I return and I played. But with this game, I could have done the same thing, and maybe I would have found this trophy if I do that, because I go in without any expectations and I recheck everything because I already forgot. But again, I want to balance it both for myself and my viewers, so it's not boring that I'm replaying the same game again and again. Now, that's why I decided, well, with this game I'm not as dedicated to it that I return to it in half a year or sometime. I rather finish it now when I know the story and the whole experience is kind of in one time. But it was definitely nice and interesting, and now I'm thinking what I missed in the first game. What was the last thing I missed in that one? Oh, the sign. Yes. So there it was pretty much the same. I checked every single item. I used every combination except on that sign, because again, it's somewhat different. And I could say that, well, it's just me being stupid and foolish about it, but I have a feeling that either the developers realize that this could be missed easily and so they make it a trophy, or that entire part is created in such a way that it can be a trophy, something that most people will miss. And I'm still rather happy that I found a good portion of the trophies in both games. I mean, I pretty much found everything in both games except for one trophy each. So who knows if there will be a Distraint free. Be prepared, I will be missing one. But with that said, I think it is time to exit from this game as well and check what we got. Light error. Did the percentages actually change there? Because of me? Is that possible? This game was played by so few people that even one player matters? Find the dancing bosses. Light error. Well, that would have helped me pretty much not at all. Maybe the light part, if I realize that it's a literal hint. But the bosses, no. that would have not helped me at all. So I was kind of right about the trophy descriptions being not really helpful if you are trying to get those trophies. Another gold in the icon, the face of one of the bosses. I do not remember which, to be perfectly honest. And Platinum Distraint 2 with a really nice icon. I'm not sure where that is taken, but I think there is a kind of sharpness effect on it, like in the beginning when Price recalls the events of the first game, except here we have color and also these really interesting shapes on the sides. I really like the colors there, like a star pattern. Get all other trophies. Indeed, that is what a platinum is. And this is where we got it. Rather nice. That's the platinum. Last trophy of this game, and with that we finished Distraint 2. And we also finished, well, Distraint some time ago. So let's look at my statistics about this game. It took me 1 month and 2 weeks to get through this game, and we have all 16 trophies including the platinum. The first one took me 10 months and 2 weeks, oh goodness. And we have all 17 trophies of that game including the platinum, meaning that this game had actually 1 fewer trophies. Looking at the time it took to get through the first one, I could have been a bit more patient with this one maybe. But we got it, we played through it, and I think it was rather fun. I'm still not sure who is standing in the background there. That's one thing that I'm unsure about with the cover art, but every game has its mysteries. And don't forget to check out the developers' social media sites and also the official Discord server if you are curious about the possible third game in the Distraint series. And also the developer's other games, because he created at least I think 2 other games, but they are unfortunately not on the PlayStation platform. Maybe it's Agony in the background. That could be because we never see Agony's form other than the teeth on the TV, the mouth. Or maybe it's Fear, because Fear is never shown. He or she is always standing in the shadows. So it could be Agony or maybe Fear. Who knows? But with that said, I think it is time for us to end today's stream. I knew that Carry On wouldn't be that long, but I did not expect that we would also get through Distraint 2 and get the platinum. That was not at all planned for today. But hey, it was nice. And now we can move on to the next game. On Wednesday it will be, let me think, Resident Evil 3. We are continuing our item box-less playthrough. And then we are playing more Home. And possibly losing our minds, because that game is an experience. Oh, would you look at that? That is a moth. A moss moth. Rather intriguing. I see you got some new hat pet emoticons. What is happening there? What is happening there? I'm just quietly peeking and someone is licking my hair? That's rather strange. Or really strange. Depending on your standards. So let's see who's live right now. And how long they've been live for. I think we are going to be rating B. She is playing Little Witch in the Woods. I got some new gifted subs, I barely checked them. I see. Oh, nervous one. And a heart. I do have my own heart emoticon I'm rather happy with. It's a simple heart emoticon with a touch of dread. So let's go and let's read. Lady in red. Ooh, what's that? Grilled cheese? Who's that on it? That's a really big grilled cheese sandwich, if you ask me. Or that's a really tiny person. Who knows? But for today, I thank you for joining me on this wacky adventure and stream. I will be back Wednesday and Friday as always, and that will be the end of January, and who knows what February will bring our way. I really don't know. Maybe a break for me, who knows. But for the time being, I thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to take care of yourselves after a long stream. Get something to eat, drink, maybe stretch your backs. I certainly need that. Have a great day, and as always, good night.